Hello everyone! In today's video, we're going to learn about a special breed of dog that exemplifies our seventh character equation of hope plus knowledge equals discernment. While you're watching, listen for these interesting words: come by, stand, away, and that'll do. Be watching for the character traits of hope, knowledge, and discernment. Remember, hope is something you can think of as a plan that someone wants to come true. Knowledge includes the things needed for this plan, and discernment puts it all together. Listen and watch for these words and character traits from a man whose name is Adam and a dog named Gwen.
Come on then. Yeah, come on. Today I wanted to talk to you all about dogs. And I've got my house dogs. This is Olive. She's a Hungarian wire-haired Vizsla. And then this one is Minnie. She's a miniature wire-haired dachshund. And dogs are absolutely incredible creatures. I've had dogs around me all of my life, and I wouldn't want to be without one. And they are extraordinary creatures that range in all sorts of colours, sizes and uses. And of course they all go right back to the wolf. And we use them for lots of different work. So Olive here is hunt, point and retrieve. The miniature wire-haired dachshund is one of the hound families that hunt, and they're incredible with their little noses. They're always hunting and on a scent. And then of course you've got hearing dogs for the deaf. You've got guide dogs, you've got sniffer dogs, police dogs, just remarkable creatures, and assistance dogs that help look after people who've got some kind of disability. So they are amazing, and we're learning a lot about them all the time. But the dogs that I use most on the farm are, of course, the border collies. Let me put my two house dogs away, and then I'll tell you all about the collies. Olive! Minnie! This is little Gwen, and she's absolutely gorgeous. So she's a 15-month-old border collie, and she's a tricolour. Collies come all sorts of different colours. The classic is the black and white, but she's black and white, and she's got little ginger bits on her face and on her ears and just under her tail. And interestingly, if you take a closer look, Gwen, she's got what we call a wall eye. So over the side of her face that's black, she's got a brown eye, and then on the side that's white, she's got that bluey grey eye, and that's called a wall eye. And she can see out of that perfectly well, and I think it looks absolutely beautiful. Right, let's take her out into the field, and I'll show you her in action. Good girl. Gwen, good girl. So the first thing you've got to do to encourage a sheepdog to work for you is A, for it to have all the right instincts, so it wants to work, but then for it to love you and be doing it to please you. So you're the alpha male or female of the pack. And I bought her from North Wales, from a lady who's German, and her husband is Welsh. So Gwen speaks a bit of German and a bit of Welsh, and is slowly learning English, because I don't speak German or Welsh. So Gwen, good girl. And so what I had to do was speak to the lady that I had her on trial from for about 3 weeks before I decided to buy her. And I videoed her on my phone, getting all those commands so that I could then replicate them out in the field. So I'll just show you this video.
Come by. Or you can say, come by.
Gwen, 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 Gwen.
Weiter. Das ist dann.
She just wants to go.
Ah, oui.
Gwen, 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 good girl. Good girl. Gwen, 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 yeah.
Stand.
So there we are. And so what I've been trying to do is get it right. So what you do is you put your tongue against there, lips round the edge, and then you just blow gently through the hole. like that. But when you're whistling to a dog or speaking to it or voice commands, they need to be very consistent and very clear. So if you get your whistle wrong, or if you've been eating chocolate and it all comes out a bit weird, the dog just won't understand you. So I've been practicing the whistles, and I've pretty much mastered it now, I think. Here, Gwen, Gwen. Here. Here. Gwen. Once you go into the field with the sheep, and Gwen has spotted the sheep at the other end of the field, she's really keen to go. And initially I had to have her on a lead and hold her in. Gwen, here, come here, here, here. That'll do, good girl. Just remembering those commands. And then when you start a dog off to cast out either to the right or to the left, stand, what you want is them to make it easier for them. If you want them to go to the right, stand them on your right. If you want them to go to your left, stand, you stand them on your left, and then they'll know initially which way to go. So, which way shall I send her? I might send her to the left. And so, here we go. Come by. So she's got a lovely wide out run, going right out round those sheep. She's coming a little bit tight. Then she should go right out round behind them. So that's her stop whistle. Stand! And she should slowly bring them towards me. That natural instinct to bring the sheep towards the person who's working the dog. Away! 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 Stand! Stand! Away! Stand! So she stops very, very well. One of the key things about working a sheepdog is being able to get the stop. Stand! Stand! Away! Stand! Good girl, good girl. And what I like about her is she's up on her feet. Away! Stand! Until I ask her to stop. Stand! She's not flying into them too hard. Away! Taking the commands with lots of response. Stand! Stand! So the left-hand command, come, no, stand! Come by. So I just had to correct her there. It'd be quite a brave dog to bring the sheep out of a corner. There we are, she got up round behind them. Stand! So the work you want to do with the sheep, away, is to be able to drive them in any direction you want. So away from you, towards you, across a field, to be able to drive them into the handling pens, to be able to work with them. And so you want a dog that's responsive, listening to you, and being able to get the job done with least stress on you and the dog and the sheep as possible. And what's brilliant about Gwen is she's not too hard on them. She's not too keen. And so she's got this balance, bringing the sheep at a slow trot or a walk. So not rushing them everywhere. And here they are, they're coming nicely towards me. So they've actually stopped now, so I'll bring her on a little bit. Away! Away! Stand! Away! Nah! Away! 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 Nah! Away! Stand! Steady! Stand! Steady! Stand! Away! Ah! Away! And then the last little bit, the all-important bit, is to get the dog off the sheep. And the command for that is, that'll do, that'll do, that'll do, that'll do. Good girl. Lots of praise. What a good girl. Hey, Granny Gwen, it's a good girl. So I'm absolutely delighted with her. She's still got a lot of learning to do. She's still young, and I need to be practicing with her, bringing her out here 20 minutes morning and evening. Gwen, that'll do. Good girl, good girl. And then between us, we'll get the hang of it. Right, I'll take her over to the water trough for a drink. Have a drink. What a good girl. The Border Collies come with lots of different lengths of hair. So you get very smooth coated ones, and this is sort of medium length, and then you get really hairy ones, a bit like Peg. And because Gwen is quite hairy, she does get warm. So a little cool down in the water trough is perfect for her. And also a bit of praise. So she's been working for me to please me, so I need to show her that I'm pleased. Not too much fuss, but just enough to know she's done a good job. Come on then. Well, there we are. A bit of an insight into working sheepdogs from an amateur. And I hope you enjoyed that. I'll keep you updated on Gwen's progress.
After watching the video, who do you think exemplifies our 7th character equation of hope plus knowledge equals discernment? Right, Adam and Gwen. Now, how do you think they show hope, knowledge, and discernment? I'll give you a few minutes to think about it. You can even pause the video. Adam and Gwen have hope, which, remember, means a plan or desire to make something come true. Yes, a special kind of knowledge to care for the well-being of the sheep so they can all benefit with wellness, interaction, blankets, sweaters, mittens, hats, lotions, and income for food, shelter, and so much more. The knowledge they used to make their plan come true was their knowledge of the commands and practice of the words come by, stand, away, and that'll do. What other knowledge did they use? Did they use the knowledge of how the sheep don't need to move too fast or be too frightened that would make them scatter? Exactly. What other kinds of knowledge did they need to make sure that they were taking care of the sheep? Pause the video to talk about it. Now, discernment brings it all together as Adam and Gwen learned how to use their knowledge to make their hopes and plans come true for the well-being of the sheep. Sometimes they would have to use some of their knowledge in one way or at a certain specific time, and other times they would have to use a different part of their knowledge. Are you getting the idea? Now talk about the things that you hope to make come true. What plans do you hope for? Now think of the knowledge that you might need and how you can navigate towards that plan using different parts of the knowledge needed. So go ahead and pause the video and talk about this with your friends for a few minutes. Before you go, I want to share a special thank you with Cotswold Farm Park for their amazing video on border collies that helps us learn more about the character equation of hope plus knowledge equals discernment. Be sure to check out their amazing channel on YouTube. Until next time, keep making choices that include all three to be healthy, happy, and free.